All right, guys, we are back in the Pokemon Command Center, Popplio Community Day, introducing the shiny. Of course, Popplio, starter Pokemon in the Alolan region. And the final evolution is Primarina, and that's where you get the legacy move, Hydro Cannon. And we got a shiny Primarina built for the Great League. Team composition, guys, we've got the Drape, my Shadow Drapion, and Toxicroak. Kind of dug deep into the roster. These are two underutilized Pokemon, especially in the new meta. Feel you don't see a lot of Shadow Drapions and Toxicroaks in there. We've got Toxicroak with the Shadow Ball as well. So, guys, we enter into some battles right here, kicking off with Primarina. Look at this. We have a shiny Primarina, and look at the difference between Charm. So we're running Charm as our fast move. The opponent's got Waterfall and Sparkling Aria. That is another move. I know there's some controversy, guys. Not a lot of people happy with this community day and the move set being provided. But in any case, guys, let's get back to the battle. We swap in, we pivot to our Drape. We've got Shadow Drape, they've got Shadow Typhlosion, Aqua Tail. It's gonna be super spammy. We're gonna get the final shield from the opponent. And now we re-enter. Now we bring out the Toxicroak. We're gonna go and shield the Thunder Punch. Had to respect the Blast Burn there. And on CMP, we reached the Mud Bomb. Mud Shot. Mud Bomb to get the KO. Primarina, a couple more counters, clears that bad boy. And then Lucario. Mud Bomb. Gonna let the bad boy just bang on him. Give Toxicroak a broom. Just cleaned up a little bit in the end game. We go into the next battle. We've got Primarina, and this is not a good lead at all. So we pivot to the Toxicroak, and now they've brought out, now here's the problem. They've got the Azu, Shadow Ball, we'll get the shield. We don't have, this is a non-poison Toxicroak. So we've got Mud Bomb, we've got counter for the fast attack, we've got Shadow Ball. So we're gonna try to bait the second shield. We got one shield with the Shadow Ball. We're trying to bait this time with the Mud Bomb. We do get the second shield, which is huge. We're gonna go ahead and let Toxicroak go to the Ice Beam. So Azu gets the KO there. We bring out the Drape. Now we've got some poison action right here. And now the opponent, guys, look at that swap action. Look at that pivot. As soon as we see the Diggersby. And guys, in this battle, I went ahead and gave Primarina, you can see the waterfalls just chunking away at the bulky bunny. Hydro Cannon for the KO, little bang on him. So yeah, most of my battles I ran Charm on Primarina. I wanted to give Waterfall a try. I'm really not a Charm user. It's super slow. Waterfall kind of goes in that category. Very slow. I mean, I guess heavier attack damage. But yeah, Crunchwrap Supreme on the Azu. Few more Poison Stings, or is it Poison Stings or Poison Jabs? Get the KO. GG's to the opponent. Next battle, yeah, so Charm, I think, is preferred between the two, but honestly, I wish I had a better fast attack. We go into a shiny Swampert. So, shiny starter versus shiny starter. We're going to shield because Primarina, guys, is pretty glassy or squishy, however you want to put it. Hydro Cannon to Hydro Cannon. We each burn a shield. We're going to go ahead, double shield deploy right here and just continue our farm down. Let's see what they have in the back. We're coming in next. It is Amandabuzz, and this is where the Charm really comes in handy. We bring them down less than half HP. The Disarming Voice will grab a shield from the opponent. We're going to go in. At this point, we have no other choice but to let our Primarina go. Dark Pulse gets the KO. They pivot. They go ahead and throw the switch advantage away. So we go ahead, bring Counter City to the Scraft. A huge mistake by the opponent. We were just able to completely farm down. Mandabuzz get hit with the Shadow Ball. Yeah, we get walled, guys. So Toxicroak gets walled by Mandabuzz, but in this scenario, we get the dub. Good game to the opponent. And yeah, so some fun, interesting battles. I would not utilize Primarina, I don't know, in my opinion, to climb. If you're trying to gain elo, if you're trying to climb really, I don't know. Once again, I'm not a Charm user, guys. Not a huge fan of Waterfall. I know in certain metas, Waterfall could come in handy, especially if I'm running my Shadow Empoleon with Waterfall in certain cups. But otherwise, guys, yeah. So we went ahead. I wanted to test it out. Wanted to give a review, an honest review. Pretty cool. Once again, if you want to have a Charmer, from my standpoint, I like Shadow Gramble, so I'm going to go with Charm. Here we go, guys, against a shiny Beedrill. They're baiting the heck out of my shields with these Fell Stingers, but we go ahead, get the KO. We're both down our shields. They bring out the swag. I think that's a swag shiny Blastoise. And now we're going to bring out the Toxicroak. We want to keep our alignment. As you saw, they had a shiny Goon, the Obstagoon. We want to just maintain our alignment. But at this point, guys, what I'm going to do is launch the Mud Bomb, chip, and then I'm going to go ahead, pivot, aggressive swap to our Primarina because I need to farm energy. This is becoming worrisome. We're in the red zone on HP, handful of HP, guys, but the charms are chunking on the Obstagoon. We reached the Disarming Voice that I wanted to get the KO with. Little bang on the Obstagoon, and that's a good game to the opponent. So yeah, guys, some fun battles again. And here we go into an Ivysaur, and this is a Razor Leaf Ivysaur, not a Vine Whip. And even though we resist, man, the Razor Leafs just chunk. So have been seeing quite a few Ivysaurs lately. New season coming up. We'll see what happens. A little shakeup, big shakeup with big changes and updates going on. So Power Whip gets the KO, but we did grab a shield. And at this point, guys, we got the Drape in the building. We're going to do a complete farm down. Got all kinds of energy. They've got the shiny Granbull, Aquatail City. Let's see what we can do. We grab the final shield, and then we immediately pivot to our shiny Primarina. Charm, farm down. We're going to burn a shield, see what they have in the back. Might be a good shield for us. It is a Charizard. They see the writing on the wall. They throw in the towel. Do not want to see that smoke from the fairy water typing that is Primarina. And then we go Toxicroak. I did not like that lead. This is the one battle, guys, where I went ahead, tried a different lead. So most of my battles had Primarina as the lead. And, you win some, you lose some. But I think preferably I like to have Primarina as the lead and then have the two, my I don't know what to call them, man, like the dynamic duo, Toxicroak and Drapion in the back, to kind of clean up. And I feel like I'm relying a lot more on the Drape and Toxicroak to kind of carry the team. So I usually will have Primarina in the lead and then kind of bring it on home with these two. So get KO'd. This is actually a favorable matchup for us right here, of course. I mean, we Crunchwrap Supreme City on them, Aquatail City on them. They go ahead, pivot, trying to catch, I guess. At this point, Crunchwrap Supreme is going to bring the Granbull into like a couple HP, and then another Crunchwrap Supreme to get the KO on a whack. GG's to the opponent. But yeah, so that was one that I had Toxicroak as the lead. And then the remainder, yep, here we go, Druddigon. So this is where the Primarina is going to shine against your dragon types, against your dark types, against your fighters with that charm. So once again, if you're a charmer and you like to have a charmer, and then you've got Hydro Cannon right there, you've got the Disarming Voice, go for it. To me, it's just super slow, and it's just, I'm not a charmer user. I've said it a million times, broken record. But we go ahead, bring the charmer right back out, guys. We clear the Gardevoir. The opponent bring out a shiny male Jellicent, super cool shiny. And at this point, guys, I think we're going to deploy the shield against the Shadow Ball. So pretty good shield, as that would have KO'd. We bring out the Toxicroak. Guys, we're going to go for that Shadow Ball. But let's see what happens, guys. They hit us with their own Shadow Ball, KO. But we've got energy. Disarming Voice. Can it KO? It does. And the opponent brings out the Druddigon. This time, Hydro Cannon action for the dub. Let it just... Oh, the opponent has abandoned the battle. But we let it bang in any case against the Drud. And that is a good game. Next battle. So yeah. Oh, horrible lead. The shiny Electivire. We elect to pivot to the Drape. The Drapion, probably one of the best safe swaps, especially a while ago. I don't know anymore. So yeah, we've kind of dusted them off a little bit. We haven't utilized, and that's why my team composition, I was like, let me go with some fun Pokemon, guys. And the Drape and Toxicroak, just fun. They're both weak to ground type. Flying type, of course, the Toxicroak not that good with the flyers. So, but now we've got the Primarina in there. And I wanted to go Toxicroak to kind of get that counter farm down, and come back with all the energy for Mud Bomb City on the electric typing of Electivire. But I was like, you know what? We're showcasing Primarina here, and that Hydro Cannon gets the KO. The opponent now has a Reggie. We have a shield. Shadow Ball, gonna let it just bang a little. At this point, guys, it's kind of bad manners. We're going to shield. In any case, the Focus Blast wouldn't have got the KO, but we pause for a moment to reflect, allow the Reggie to reflect, self-reflect. In any case, guys, they could have top lefted, but hey, GG's to the opponent, staying in there and going for it. And now we go into a Purified Grotto, if I'm not mistaken. So seeing some spicy Razor Leafers or spicy grass types in these battles. So Crunchwrap Supreme grabs a shield. The opponent bring out the Typhlosion. We've got Aqua Tail locked and loaded. That grabs the final shield from the opponent. We reach another one. Super spammy is the Shadow Drapion. That one almost KOs, a handful of HP. On like 1 HP, they're gonna go ahead and blast a Solar Beam banging on the Primarina. You love to see it, guys. Even though that was the opponent blasting on us, that was pretty cool. But now, let's see, Toxicroak, can you get the dub for us? Mud Bomb brings them pretty low. We get to farm down. And now they've got a it's a Waterfall Primarina. Oh my goodness. We have a shield on like 1 HP before the Waterfall clicks. Shadow Ball, gotta let it just bang for the KO, get the dub. Good game to the opponent. Oh man, crazy finish to that one. And I think we've got, is this our last battle? I believe we got our last battle showcase in the shiny Primarina with Hydro Cannon. And they pivot to the Rapidash. We're gonna go ahead, Aqua Tail City on them, grabbing a shield, of course. We're gonna go ahead, deploy the shield. Is this a Scorching Sands? It is. May get a debuff on us. But man, their Incinerates are obliterating the Drapion, the glass cannon that is Shadow Drapion. But the spamminess, the spam cannon, there we go, guys. Get the KO, we win switch, and we're up a shield. Incredible. They've got a Blastoise in there. So what do we get? Starter Pokemon versus starter Pokemon. Starter Water Pokemon versus starter Water Pokemon. Hydro Cannon brings us into about the yellow zone. Still a good amount of HP on our end, but we're gonna go and launch the Hydro Cannon to get the KO, and then aggressive swap. We pivot to the Toxicroak. Guys, essentially we wall the Venu. Frenzy Plant still does a good amount of damage to another Glass Cannon. Shadow Ball to almost get the dub right there, and one more counter seals the deal. GG's to the opponent, guys. So some fun battles right there. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys on the next one. If you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button. Take care. Adios.